20 predictions for the future you won't believe. 20 predictions Back to the Future made that turned out to be true. Back to the Future 2 turned out in 1989, 26 years prior. In the motion picture, Marty McFly and Dr. Emmett Brown go to October 21, 2015, and it's an entirely unexpected world, loaded with hoverboards, flying autos and self-strolling mutts. Interesting thing is, a great deal of those expectations ended up being valid. 1. Hoverboards. Hendo, an autonomous organization, built up the world's first hoverboard. Tony Hawk even got the opportunity to test ride it. 2. Motion-controlled video games. Back to the Future got this spot on. Despite the fact that regardless we utilize controllers for most recreations, some are movement actuated. 3. Tablets. Hi, Future. Nailed it. 4. Retractable gardens. These retractable kitchen patio nurseries are somewhat distinctive on the grounds that they're topsy-turvy, yet they're turning out to be progressively prevalently for individuals with little space who need a herb plant. 5. Self-cleaning shirts. So our coats don't yet have drying mode, yet we do have Menker, a texture that frees itself of clean, soil and sweat. 6. Google Glass. Marty McFly could chat on the telephone with his glasses. Presently, on account of Google Glass, we can do that, and that's just the beginning. 7. 3D movies. Despite the fact that nobody's made a Jaws 19 yet, we have 3D motion pictures down to a compelling artwork. 8. Holographic projections from your smartphone. All things considered, it's not standard yet, but rather this innovation isn't far removed. The QPI chip has been developed, a microchip that goes about as a little projector you can put into a cell phone. 9. Video conference. Back to the Future proposed this as another method for correspondence, and got it spot on. 10. Smart houses. McFly's future home had a thumb cushion rather than a doorknob and windows that were really screens. Our homes can do a ton of new things that Marty couldn't have even longed for. 11. No more DVDs, CDs or Laserdiscs. Back to the Future anticipated we'd have discarded these by 2015, and that is for the most part genuine. 12. Holographic projections of dead famous people. Alright, so Tupac doesn't serve us at our nearby cafe, however we've seen his holograph in front of an audience. That is sufficiently close. 13. Tremendous, divider-mounted TVs. Yes, we can get them essentially as large as we need, and those things can be connected to the divider pretty effortlessly. 14. Self-lacing shoes. Nike has the patent for these shoes and they're now underway. Spot on. 15. Watching multiple channels at once. Marty needed to watch 6 channels on the double, and we have mosaic view. Nailed it. 16. Up-to-the-minute news. On account of the web, we can get news practically as it happens. 17. Mr. Fusion. All things considered, we don't exactly have Mr. Fusion, yet we're well while in transit to having fertilizer fuel. 18. Drone reporters. Rambles have ended up standard recently, and despite the fact that they're not journalists, they can be utilized to catch video to be utilized for news. 19. Flying cars. Yes, they're a thing. Aeromobile has been building flying autos since 2015, and they're on their 3rd model at this point. 20. Nostalgia. Back to the Future certainly nailed this one. We adore gathering 80s and 90s memorabilia, and we'll never quit cherishing collectibles that help us to remember more straightforward times.